Welcome once again to Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. This time out, I'm going to bring to your attention two nonfiction books. Very, very different subjects, but both very highly recommended. The first book is NBA 75, The Definitive History by Dave ZARUM. This is published by Firefly Books, and it retails for $35. Basketball has always been a very popular sport, and it started way back. Actually, it was invented by a Canadian, reportedly, James Naismith. And the first game took place back at Springfield College in 1891. The rules way back when basketball was first started were very different from what they are today. In fact, there was a lot of bodily contact, tackling, punching, and I guess it resembled more a WWE wrestling match than an actual basketball game. But the sport was refined over the years, and actually the very first professional game is reported to have taken place in Toronto, Canada, at Maple Leaf Gardens. It took place in a game in 1946 between the Toronto Huskies and the New York Knickerbockers, where the Knickerbockers won 68-66. And basketball progressed after that. There had been a lot of changes. There was the National Basketball League and the American Basketball Association, two conflicting or two competing leagues. And eventually they did amalgamate, but a lot has happened. This book, as it is known as the definitive guide, it is very definitive. It talks about the very first black basketball player who was drafted by the Boston Celtics in 1950. His name is Chuck Cooper, and that sort of broke the color barrier in basketball. And the book is very comprehensive as it goes year by year and tells about the major events that have happened during that particular year in the league, and players that have come, changes that were made, and how basketball evolved into the great sport that it is today. It naturally talks about some of the greatest players: Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. The list is endless, as there have been countless greats of the sport. The book also talks about the winners each year as well, who won the championship. It talks about records that were broken, including basketball streaks, a 33-game winning streak by the Los Angeles Lakers. And so if you are a basketball fan, you will definitely find this book to be most entertaining. And it's something that you will definitely want to add to your library. So NBA 75, The Definitive History, is certainly a book that you need to read. Now, the second book that I would like to draw to your attention is very much different from the basketball book. This book is called On Her Knees, Memoir of a Prayerful Jezebel by Brenda Marie Davies. This is published by Erdman, and it retails for $29.95. The book is, I won't say it's for certain adults, but it is more adult in nature. It's not vulgar, it's not graphic, though the main subject is sex, but it's also sex and religion. And like I said, it's not for everybody, but it is a highly recommended book. The author was taught at a very young age, as many girls were, that sex before marriage was not good. It was against God. It was against his wishes. It was against religion. And this was drummed into the author's head for years and years and years by her parents and the church that she attended. But over time, she realized that she wanted to explore this mysterious thing called sex. And it was after moving to Los Angeles that she actually found out it was time to explore sexuality, and she realized that if she did have sex, she wouldn't necessarily be going straight to hell. And she talks in a very honest, open manner about sexuality and how it came into her life. There was sexual experimentation. Once she got to Los Angeles, a friend took her to the Playboy Mansion where Hugh Hefner was. Now, she didn't go there to have sex. She didn't have sex. She went there to observe people, and she saw that people were quite open about sexuality. And she realized that it wasn't this dark, dark place, that people should steer clear of. So the book talks, chapter by chapter of her sexual, I won't say her revolution, but her evolution. And she learned from, trial and error and experience that she could still love God very deeply, and she could have sex outside of marriage. Now, she eventually did get married, and the marriage fell apart. But On Her Knees is a most interesting book. Like I noted earlier, it's not for everybody, but it is a book that is thought-provoking, where people are more open-minded today than they were 30, 40, 50 years ago when it comes to sex. And actually the author has a YouTube channel called God is Gray, which is very, very popular, and she has countless subscribers there. So if you're looking for a very different change of pace book where it is food for thought, look for On Her Knees. So those are the two books that I wanted to bring to your attention this week: Basketball and Sexuality and Religion. Very diverse. So I hope you will seek them out when you go to your local bookstore. And as always, I hope you'll keep watching Shelf Life's YouTube and Facebook book review pages. And you will find, as I noted before, these reviews are also found on the Goodreads page under Paul's Suitor. So anyways, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed my 2 little short video reviews, and I hope you will keep watching reviews in the future. So thank you as always. Keep social distancing, keep safe, keep sane, and keep in touch. And we'll talk again real soon. Bye for now.